Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Jace Beleren Must Die. I'm so glad to have you here. I've been so lonely without you. Welcome. Carlos, it looks like you're coming to us live from the thumbnail of a YouTube video. How's that going?
Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Carlos. We got some great stuff going on. But first, story blocks. You're going to want to check out story blocks. God, I love YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's my favorite thing in the world. No, my room is very empty because I'm in the studio. I haven't put anything in it, but I realized that I had these LED lights and I can control them with my phone. So check that out. I'll set it up for Twitch. This is Twitch now. So I'm all ready for Twitch. What's up, Twitch? My name's Carlos. Anyways, Fortnite.
So there are definitely plugins that you can plug into your Twitch dashboard and attach to your lighting system in your house, so that whenever you get like a new follow or a sub, your lights do wacky things.
Oh yeah, that's what I need.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I just want the lights to change in accordance to Winnegar's mood this episode.
Nice.
Okay,
please.
I can do that.
Mood lighting.
I have these fast buttons that I can press quickly.
There you go.
And I think it does. This is like one of those. This is like a $30 light that you're supposed to put on your lawn or something, which is great because it's $30 and I don't care. But it's supposed to. It has a style rainbow jumping change. Can I do that? I don't know if that works. Pulsating rainbow. None of these are really working.
These all look very purple to me. I don't
these aren't doing anything.
Genuine question is.
Now you look like an expensive keyboard.
I do. Yes.
This is my impression of whoa.
Next time you actually planeswalk, this needs to be in the background.
That's what happens when I time travel.
Yeah.
I need to turn it off, but there's something on my screen. What were you gonna say, Kitty Man?
Oh, is there a way to, when you are in the company of others, change the color of the lights in the room without looking like a douchebag? And if so, how? This is a genuine question.
Change?
Just like you know, because I have LED lights like in my living room that you can change the colors of, but every time I've been like movie lighting and I change it to blue, people are like, what?
Oh.
There's like not a way to do it in a way that does not.
Do you announce it every time like that? Movie lighting time.
Blue.
No, I don't. I don't say anything because I don't know what to say to make me not seem like a douchebag. So this is really an advice corner for me personally.
To be honest, blue is kind of a douchebag color, so try a different color.
Wow.
I like it just as Carlos is
visual
just in a sea of blue.
You guys don't know, but my mic was muted until that moment. For a reason.
Good, coming strong.
Just sitting there grumbling about what a bunch of douchebags we all are.
Yeah. Wait, what type of lights do you have? Do you have hue lights?
Just like
Just
the cheap Amazon version of them, you know.
Oh, okay.
The ones that,
because I know hue you can set up to like sync on your they're the hue sync program that you can put on your computer. So when you actually start a movie, it'll like slowly fade and switch over. You can do that.
That's so wild. That's
I literally watched a YouTube video on it yesterday.
Wow, we've come so far.
Came prepared.
So much.
I feel technically it's not that hard to solve, but socially the transition between like regular lighting and like, so let's watch a movie. Boop. Well, and then everything slowly changes color. That's much more difficult. I think direct and aggressive eye contact is the only way to do it. To just stare at them while you hit the buttons on your phone. Hitting the wrong button a few times before you get it right. Yeah,
yes,
that's how you do it.
Okay.
So wait, how long is the change? How long do you guys think the change is? Like how many seconds do you think? 3 seconds? So you go 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
That's
Yes.
so long.
That is an incline. That is a steep incline.
I love the strobe effect for the theater. It's a horror movie.
That's what I got.
Wow.
Okay, so direct eye contact. Great advice. It's almost like you have an advice show or something. I'll definitely
lead into it.
I'll definitely use that in the future.
It is, in fact, movie
time. And then go like this, clap, clap, and then have someone push the button for you.
And then have someone else do it. Okay.
That's what I would do.
Definitely less douchey.
That reminds me of like when I was in high school and I wanted to, I probably already told this story, when I wanted to open up a can of soda and I thought I can time it up with a sneeze and I totally messed it up. And I went, achoo, and the teacher looked at me and told me to get out. That was great.
Why are you like this?
I don't know.
Before we forget, we have to have our energy drink corner because
right.
I need to put
some people in the chat needed to talk about the energy drinks they were drinking today.
God.
Please.
Yes. I'm drinking this one, yerba mate.
It's pronounced yerba mate.
Yerba mate, mate. Serena gets them, and I drank one the other day, and it's fantastic. More energy than Red Bull, I would say, because I am wired right now.
So fucking lit.
As the kids say.
So yerba mate is an ingredient in the beverage that you're drinking. Where is it from? What is the flavor profile? Come on, give us the full review.
Give us notes.
It tastes like if a bunch of ice cubes melted in my Arizona iced tea. That's what it tastes like.
Like a watery kombucha.
Yeah. Well, no, kombucha is different. This is just like
Arizona
like an
iced tea is nowhere near.
It's like a really watered down Arizona iced tea, I guess.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay, how many milligrams of caffeine does it have?
It says it has 150 naturally occurring caffeine per can.
Okay.
Oh shit! Not recommended for children, pregnant, or breastfeeding women. Oh, shit.
I have the same warning.
Okay, then we're good. Then we're good.
Yeah.
It's probably
then we're fine. If it's 2.
So what are you?
I'm drinking.
Hold on. Yours has a warning on it.
Yeah, it just says caution, not recommended for children, pregnant, nursing women, or people sensitive to caffeine.
But yours,
I think they're just being nice.
Oh, you think they're just like covering all bases?
So mine.
Just before you continue, Katie May, I like how your thought was, I think they're just being nice rather than I think they're avoiding litigious behavior. Like, oh, that's so nice of them to warn me.
I think they're just being polite instead of, I think they got sued for this 5 years ago.
It's a fair point.
You pick up a cup of coffee, you're like, warning hot. Oh, thanks for the warning, coffee cup.
Oh, being so nice.
Actual Disney princess, Katie May.
Looking out for me, you know?
Sure.
They're trying real hard to keep me alive, and I'm doing my best to fuck it up.
A tiny sparrow flutters into the room and opens your energy drink for you.
Oh, just being nice.
Okay.
Well, you're drinking what?
I'm on my second one already. Here's the
second one? Hey, man, your second one?
You can't even leave. You can't go anywhere.
What are you getting hyped for?
I'm getting hyped for this.
There's some type of fight club in your building that you gotta get ready for in the morning?
Yes, and you and Rouse Eric kissing on the mouth. And I need it to be ready for it. Okay. I'm drinking. Wow. I'm drinking. I'm gonna cry on air.
People don't understand the massive amount of emotional pressure that comes along with doing this show. I mean, it all looks like fun and games, but it's a lot.
We gotta have new bits every time we come here.
Seriously.
Well, at least some of us think we need new bits.
Hey, as long as we get that sweet spot shift, hashtag bang energy.
Hashtag bang.
Would you like to share the energy beverage you're currently drinking?
Though, I feel really bad about even bringing Bang Energy into this relationship. So I need to give the people an alternate option if they'd like to feel better when they drink something. And this isn't a joke. This isn't a bit. This is me giving you a genuine suggestion because I feel so bad because like people are tweeting at us being like, I tried Bang because of you guys and I can't live anymore.
I still haven't had it.
Can't do this anymore.
Suffer, yes, suffer. I mean, no.
This is V8 energy. Is strawberry banana.
But the exact opposite. Okay, that's why you need two.
Banana.
That's why you need two.
V8
Okay.
energy.
There's one combined serving of veggies and fruit in it with 80 milligrams of caffeine, but it's steady energy from black and green tea. And it's a strawberry and banana flavored juice blend with 5 vegetable and fruit juices. Okay, so it's like,
Is it good?
it's not carbonated, so it's just like drinking juice.
You're using the exact same tone of voice on us that one would use when trying to get their cat to take their medicine.
That's great. Like it's a real easy thing, and it's real helpful.
Listen, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna like this. Look at mommy's trying it.
You need to drink this energy drink. Or you have to go to the vet again. You don't want to go to the vet again, do you, chat?
Get over here. I'm talking to you.
No, get down from the bookshelf. Chat.
This is exactly how I talk to my cat.
It's just nice.
But does it taste like strawberry and bananas, or does it taste
does.
fake?
It like truly does. It tastes like strawberry and bananas. But the thing about this energy drink that I don't experience with other ones is I genuinely don't have a crash.
Oh, okay.
So if you have really bad energy drink crashes, this is a good one to just sort of like, because if it's like you don't need like a big hit, but like a small hit that will sustain, that's when I would suggest the V8 energy drink. That makes it sound like I'm talking about drugs.
Okay.
That really does. Yes,
I overdosed my way through life dating me. So this is exactly. Can't you see my tie-dye shirt? Don't you know what I'm all about?
Oh man. Do you microdose for real?
No, I've never microdosed. Like,
hey, bro, you
my
fucking
face.
microdose?
I mean, maybe on a Saturday I've smoked weed all day. Is that microdosing?
No, it's not. Masood, you fucking narc. No, it is not.
I want Chet to know.
To be fair, Masood does have a bit of that Steve Buscemi with a skateboard look right now. So
what do you do, young
every now and then I had a Tums before sleep. Is that microdosing?
I want Chet to know that like
leave me
within the
alone
first
with my oat milk and Cheerios. Not even honey nut, Cheerios, okay? I'm old man Masood, right?
I want Chet to know that within the first 3 pre-shows that we ever had, someone, and I'm not going to say who, but someone out of the 5 people who do this show, 4 not including me, told me I should do more drugs. Within the first 3 weeks of doing Jace Beleren.
Yeah, you should.
And we all know that I'm an impressionable 12-year-old. So that's what I gotta say about that.
yeah, Jace Beleren Must Die is my favorite Dungeons and Dragons show on the internet that is also a weird energy drink commercial by a teenager. It's perfect. Fantastic. Good.
Oh man.
These are trying times. We must find solace where we can get it, I suppose.
Masood, do you have cereal every day?
Not every day. I mean, when I can, I like to have it in the morning. But usually, honestly, I'm in a rush in the morning when I had to leave my home. So I would take like a banana and a few almonds, and then because I worked at a restaurant, I would like then be there and have breakfast there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to spend money.
I recently started eating cereal, and I didn't have good. Did you guys have fun cereal growing up? We didn't have fun cereal.
I was explicitly forbidden from any kind of fun cereal, which is weird because everything else was fine. Like I could have candy or ice cream or whatever, but for some reason cereal, it was like no. And I remember the one time that like an aunt bought me a box of like Pac-Man cereal, and I was like, yes, it's so good.
We always had like bran flakes. Yeah. It was bran flakes, or at most Rice Krispies.
Krispies and Raisin Bran.
Not even Honey Nut Cheerios, the ones that lower cholesterol. Come on.
We had regular Cheerios, but not Honey Nut.
I remember pointing out to my dad that Honey Nut Cheerios lower cholesterol, and he was like, "So does being outside," and then he would lock us out of the house to play.
I just imagine him with a cattle prod in his other hand. No. So is being outside.
No, my dad, he was more like, my dad is definitely like, he's not an absentee parent, but he's very much I'm playing Baldur's Gate on my PC, don't bother me parent. And like this one time we had like a water balloon fight in our backyard, and my older sister tried to hide in the house, and my dad was waiting with a bucket full of water and just threw it on her and was
in
like,
the house?
come in. No, as she came to the front door, and my dad like stood in the doorway and just threw a bucket of water on her. It was like, you can't come inside if you're wet. And then closed the door.
I kind of love your dad. You can't come in if you're wet, but I'm not. So Splash.
He's a monster. Anyway, we're really close.
Yes, I can imagine.
Wow.
I used to shake the Raisin Bran bag so that all of the raisins would go to the top. It's a good time.
What, and then eat them all and then put the box back, or?
No, that's just how you get the good Raisin Bran.
Oh.
Yeah, you shake it in all the raisins because of density. Yeah.
Cereal tips.
Also,
YouTube, that's my tip.
Yeah, we had Raisin Bran in a bag. Yeah, we had Raisin Bran in a bag.
Raisins, if you're eating those raisins, go ahead, give us a like.
I actually don't know if it does the same with the boxes. We ate all our cereal from the bags, so maybe it only works with bags.
So you'd buy them in boxes and then take the bag out of the box and throw the box away and just keep the bag in the cupboard?
No, they bought the ones that only come in the bags. The one on the lower shelf.
Oh, you can get the big ones. Oh, yeah.
For very little money.
I kind of love those because they were always analogous to another cereal, but just like off slightly in terms of branding. And I always, even as a kid, I was just like, wait, but it's like the same bear, but that bear looks weird and this bear doesn't.
You mean, I think the word that you're looking for, Adam, my delightful rich white friend, is generic.
Is that what it's like? Okay, all right. I mean, it wasn't like you could get. I always thought when people were talking about generic cereals, like I always thought about the ones that like had no branding at all. It was just like a clear bag with the name cereal on it,
sure.
right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I always just thought like he just had bad PR people. Like that other bear just had bad PR. Or his commercials didn't play in my city. Like,
you got Sugar Bear in one hand, and then on the other hand you have like
Sugar Bear's
friend.
Local. Yeah,
just a friend I haven't met yet.
Glucose gopher.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the glucose gophers.
Does anybody
someone draw glucose gopher?
Gopher. He's here to teach kids about diabetes.
Could that be the new arch villain to our campaign?
Yeah, glucose gopher. He's Jace's sidekick.
It's the glucose gopher.
Yeah.
He lives in the host in the shell because he likes all the sweets.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I love the glucose.
Screw you guys. I'm funny.
True. It's true. It's very true.
Sorry, my anxiety is really high because I'm drinking hot cocoa with instant coffee mixed in.
And everybody's all fired up.
That's what microdosing is.
Except this hippie over here.
Sweating.
Cheerios and oat milk, kids. That's all you need to have a good time.
Okay.
We gave 4 out of the 5 of the cast members of this popular Dungeons and Dragons show cocaine. We gave 1 of them mescaline. Which one is it? Yep. The 4 of us just shout at each other for 3 hours straight while Masood stares into the middle distance.
With his bougie ass oat milk.
Perfect time. Hey. Some of us are trying to get off that dairy, all right? Trying to make the
I'm lactose intolerant, Masood.
You should understand.
I do, but they don't sell oat milk in my area.
Honestly prefer almond. I'm working my way through it.
They don't sell almond in my area.
What do? Do you just get lactate? Is that just?
I just don't drink anything dairy.
Don't sell milk.
Just die.
Yeah.
The real tough thing for me is ice cream, man, because I love Ben and Jerry's American Dream.
I do for real. Just die and eat the mochi ice cream.
I was under the impression that almond milk was some kind of war crime. Is that not true or
Yeah,
almond farms require like a lot of water, and they're destroying our landscape.
Damn almonds. Okay. Damn.
Back to oat milk. It is oat milk's the best milk, guys.
And it's not really the almonds' fault. It's more like, rich people love almonds right now, so let's plant as many almonds as possible. Fuck you, rainforest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of bad stuff happening in the world.
Yep.
Have you guys heard of this thing? God, what's it called?
Don't do this.
I don't know. People are staying inside. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, none of us leave anyways, so we were.
I
was going to. I was trying.
That is correct. I do not leave.
I was gonna go somewhere, and then the government was like, "No, you can't go anywhere."
Were you, Adam?
I was.
I don't think you were.
I really was. Oh man.
Where were you going, Adam? Where were you going?
I was gonna go to Seattle, and now I can't.
Oh.
I can't leave Canada.
Yeah. Okay.
You can. You just have to drive.
No, not anymore. Not as of this morning. Yeah,
really?
That's because that was the plan. I was just gonna drive to Seattle, and now I can't. The maple curtain has come up. Now I
can't.
The maple curtain has come up.
I can't do this.
There's just some like
maple curtain.
We have all of our best hockey players guarding the border now. They have all their gear on. They're wearing ice skates. They got sticks.
There's just a bunch of U.S. Border Patrolmen like waiting for you, just like, get back to your own country, you damn snowback.
I don't think that there is currently a slur for Canadians, and if there was, we'd be like, no, that's fair.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know why, but I always thought that like the word Canuck or whatever was
Canuck. No,
and
we have
that not a slur.
We have a hockey team named the Canucks.
Oh. So I don't know. I've just always heard people say it derisively.
America.
Right, but we chose that name for ourselves rather than having someone.
Okay.
I think Canuck is like Yankee, like a Yank, right? It's about the same like tenor. Yeah, it's like a slightly goofy name for a.
I didn't
Canadian.
know that.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, because it's like, I've always heard it derisively around here, but I also live in Kentucky, so.
Yeah, I've never heard it leveled as a like negative, a pejorative,
until
but maybe,
tonight.
maybe it is.
We're hyped up on caffeine. Today's the day everything changes.
I'm just not gonna recover from maple curtain, so this is what we're getting.
It just says sorry written in huge letters all the way across. Yeah.
It's not gonna work. Oh, I never leveled up. I should do that right now. Sorry.
Oh man, I also did not level up.
Stall for 2 minutes while I level up because I'm gonna need it.
Are you you're going rogue? You're staying rogue 2 and going monk 8, or are you doing monk 7, rogue 3?
I think I'm gonna do rogue 3.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna go arcane trickster so I can get some of those Demir spells.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. God, man, pseudo multi-classing across the board. So now you've got rogue abilities, but you took the rogue that is also it's a good Venn diagram because it's your shadow monk, right? So shadow monk, rogue, but then arcane trickster, so you have some wizard stuff too. Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Yeah, and that'll open up the Demir spell list, and I think that gives you encode thoughts and
disguise self.
Disguise self. That's right, because Torgor's pulling the same trick. Yeah. So is your plan, Masuda? Are you gonna go like more into fighter, or are you gonna try to bring Bard up to 3?
I want to bring Bard up to 3. I'm close to leveling up. I'm not there, but I'd like to get at least like the Jack of Trades because I feel like that'll open up a lot of options.
Is that one the ability that gives you a bonus to all the skills you don't have practice in?
So let me pull it up.
Yeah,
cool. Just like
yeah, it should give you half proficiency in anything that you're not proficient in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's great if you go Bard first and then go Rogue second.
Yeah, because it doubles that. Yeah. And do you have I mean, I know you're a couple levels off, but do you have a Bard subclass you're angling for?
I was looking at it. I was thinking one of the battle ones, like I think the School of Swords is like one of them. But I don't know. I'm still looking.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some time. Yeah,
right.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. And then Tech, you're going.
I'm not actually leveling up.
But when you
I
get
was
there,
cheating.
do you want to go Warlock? Are you gonna keep putting levels in Warlock or just keep going Rogue? I know that you boosted your stats so you could get some spells.
Yeah, I'll do. I still don't have that spell. I'll do Warlock up to 4.
Nice.
And then do more ability nonsense, and
Cool.
so do 3 more levels in that.
Yeah, it's so fun all the multi-classing and stuff that's going on in this game because none of the other D&D games I'm playing, everybody's just single classing. So it's cool seeing the overlap. Like Torgor is eventually going to be a level 8 samurai, level 3 sword bard, which is a pretty cool combo. Yeah, I like it. I like seeing all the like little diagrams.
I think it would be akin to my like being really gifted at haiku writing and like a similar like skill match of like swordsmanship.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh, it told me I couldn't take spells. Ooh, am I just dumb?
No, you should
Let's
be.
find out.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Right? I thought I should at least take some cantrips.
You can
But
take
it
spells
went-
outside of the character mancer as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Oh,
if the character mancer doesn't let you do it, then
Yeah.
you'll be
You
able
could just
to.
drag and
do
drop
that.
them.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put
Oh, you can. What a nifty feature. I didn't know about that drag and drop option.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
don't mind if I
I-
just do that right now.
I've been doing some
Why
intense
are you
research
talking
into
like that?
roll
You
20
can just Venmo
lately.
me, Carlos.
It's like I can hear the hashtags.
She's
This
had
sentence
2
is brought to you
energy
by
drinks,
Roll20.net.
Carlos.
Brought to you by V8 Splash. Get wet. Get wet, you fruit.
I think that's.
Oh no, chat! Don't type stuff like that. Chat, don't listen to Carlos. I mean, Chat, I'm gonna have to time out anybody who says stuff like that. Carlos can
We're
say
timing
it, but
out
y'all
Carlos
can't.
right now. We're
What?
actually Carlos is
Did you
going away
say-
for 5
Yeah.
minutes and then keep
Yeah, sorry,
back.
Carlos. You're in
It's
you're in
done.
free speech jail now. Sorry.
Adam, please, I only have the one job. Just let me.
This is great. Let's just do the episode like this. I suddenly feel like a calm come over me.
I know it's
Really,
real nice.
we didn't need that yerba mate energy.
I know, right?
I-
Everybody's just so fired up today.
My hands are
It's
so
feral.
sweaty. I'm not supposed to drink caffeine on this medication because it makes me very anxious.
Mhm.
And I'm so sweaty now.
Good.
Is anybody else sweaty?
I'm dripping, but
Doing great, guys. Don't drink energy drinks.
The subtitle of today's episode has to be: Is anybody else sweaty?
Is anybody else? My mouth is so wet, guys.
Jace
Why is my
Beleren
mouth-
Must Die,
Is anybody
episode
else's mouth wet?
41,
So
colon,
sorry.
is anyone else sweaty?
Is anyone else sweaty?
Well, yep. Welcome to Ravnica, sweatiest plane in the multiverse.
I don't know why I'm crying.
So I had
I
discussed
cried 3 times.
I had discussed this with Masood briefly. We were talking about this earlier, and I was thinking about how do I navigate a scene between Judith, the Mominatrix, and Torgor while still retaining our more or less PG-13. I mean, there's going to be a lot of fade to black on this.
You just have on your Streamlab button thing, whatever the fuck it's called. You just have a whip sound effect, and you can
Yeah.
just press it whenever you need to.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
use what do you use for your thing? For not OBS, what do you use? XSplit?
Yeah.
Just mute Masood.
Yeah.
Like whenever it gets like too dirty.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And he'll just be sitting there miming. He's just like,
I'm the problem. I'm always the one who's the problem on these.
We all know you're the problem child of this show. It's certainly not anyone else.
Definitely.
shut up, Katie man. Hurting my feelings.
I mean, honestly, we got class.
Yeah.
we're mature.
It'll
you
be
know?
fine. We can handle mature content, especially after everyone having
we're
several
mature
energy
boys.
drinks.
Oh my
Good.
god, Lauren drew glucose gopher. I'm gonna put it in Slack.
What? Someone already drew it?
Yes, Lauren, I love you so much. Lauren is the best.
You're welcome, Roll20.
Yeah.
Roll20 now owns the rights to glucose gopher. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on every shelf.
I've sent Glucose Gopher. Lauren, I
Thank
love you.
you.
Can you be the mascot for preventative?
You guys
type 2
talk about the
diabetes?
show or something. I'm gonna look at this.
I'm gonna look at this gopher.
I'm gonna look at this gopher.
I'm gonna get real into this gopher, guys.
I am so sweaty. Please, can we just play
Oh, is it the gopher? Is that what's doing it?
This is great. Let's see if I
Wait,
can put.
where-
Let's see if I can
where's
just
this
put
thing?
Glucose Gopher on stream.
Lauren,
here
will
for
you tweet Glucose Gopher so I can retweet you? And
see
then everyone can
here.
follow you because you deserve more followers because she does amazing fan art for Dungeons, Dice, and everything nice. It's a good gopher, everyone. It's a good
It's a
freaking
pretty
gopher.
good gopher.
I love him.
If I can throw this.
I was promised gopher.
Oh,
There
thank
we
you,
go.
past TK, for putting
There's-
water on my desk.
There's Glucose Gopher in all of its glory.
Oh hell yeah!
That
Oh,
showed up, and I almost did a
yes.
spit take.
Yo, I love the T-shirt. Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
I know Lauren is so
Accurate?
good.
That's so good.
I
Is he saying glucose gopher?
Yes, because he announces himself when he arrives. It's the glucose gopher. You know?
How come?
Yeah.
Guys, do you
You-
think
There we
do you
go.
think I kind of look like glucose gopher?
a little,
You look
yeah.
a little like Glucose Gopher. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
gotta look.
Oh, Carlos, I forgot. Serena said I'm supposed to convince you to get a cat, but
What?
I
No,
didn't,
don't do this
so
on stream.
sorry.
Why are we doing this
Oh,
on stream?
yeah.
She said to do it. She said to do it during Jace Beleren Must Die.
Oh, did you really?
Did you not
Yeah.
see my cat in my lap last episode? It's amazing.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
said
like
to
cats.
convince you during Jace Beleren Must Die.
I don't like.
Okay, I
cats.
retweeted Lauren's tweet of Glucose Gopher.
If
so
anybody would like to make a
everyone go
magic
look at
card
it.
out of Glucose Gopher, I will 100%
Oh.
include that character in this game. I will put them
I
in somewhere.
hate it.
Jace definitely needs an animal sidekick, so
No.
especially if it's
Why?
edutational. So yeah, perfect. Good.
This. I hate you guys.
Fair.
Mhm.
Everyone
sweaty.
go love Glucose Gopher. I love
Everybody
him
go
so
check out
much.
Glucose.
I die for him. Oh, he's so good.
Yes, you will.
All right. So yeah, right. So let's pick up where we left off, shall we? I think some characters have dates to go on. So there's two events pending. They overlap, so you're not going to be able to go to both, unless in some kind of like rom-com dash between two dates thing where you're like, Judith, I got to go to the bathroom. Excuse me. And then you run across town to the Jace
Running the
meeting.
water
and-
fire.
Yeah,
Let's-
to the
We're
water
at the same
buffalo
place.
meeting.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
Miss Doubtfire this ish.
Yeah, so it's theoretically possible because anything is. But yeah, so at the abandoned carnarium where Ral, Jace, and the mysterious hot necromancer met, where Tak oversaw that, Ral has now arranged by way of Tak to meet with Winnegar, who he assumes to be some kind of like boss of this conspiracy that has formed against Jace. Whether or not it's a trap, who knows? We'll find out. But Ral wants to meet with Winnegar and have a conversation about things that are going on in Ravnica today. So he's put that out there, and that's happening this evening. Ral will be there. And at the same time, Torgor, you have a very important dinner with Judith, the Scourge Diva, as regarding your future in the Rakdos. Now, the trick about that one is that on the surface, Torgor is definitely a model member of the cult, right? A devoted servant of the great winged beast. But underneath lies several layers of deception because you're technically a member of House Demir now. And so I guess my question for you, Torgor, is like, you seem to be going into this like pretty much whole hog, but are you worried at all that this is also a trap, that maybe Judith is just luring you away from your friends so that she can deal with a Demir agent, or are you confident that you've managed to maintain your cover?
I think Torgor feels absolutely confident that he's maintained his cover because overall, all he's been doing is the thing that's truly been sincere to him in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And the Demir has just opened a window to let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like in any way, shape, or form, he's tried to been like really clean about stuff, like really not trying to like do any drops or like work within the Undercity itself. Like all that.
That is, yeah, that's
happened.
true. Yeah. Every time you've been in Rixmati, it's been strictly Rakdos business. Yeah, you haven't stolen anything or spied on any meetings or anything. Yeah. So I guess then you're just being a bad Dimir, which is good for you in this case with Judith. Yeah.
I mean, and things could change. We'll see how things go. But as of now, it's been Rakdos focused. And we'll see how this day goes.
Okay. All right. So let's assume that you have a few hours between now and your various meetings. What things do you do as a group to prepare for these, and who's going where? Right? Where do you end up when the time comes?
I'm going to be at Judith's, I believe. Are the meetings set to happen at the exact same time, or are they just like, if I go to one, I'll like the meeting? Yeah,
it's more a question of having the time to get between the two and not having to rush. Like you do sort of have to pick one. Now there may be a chance if you need to rush to the other, right, that you could, because they're not that far apart.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think probably Judith,
because they're both in the Rakdos Carnarium, you were saying, right?
Well, so the Carnarium is in Precinct 4, right at the edge of the Gruul rubble belt that's up here. And so it's a little ways away, and then down here, kind of the edge of Precinct 6 and 1. This is where Rixmati, where the entrance is. So there's, like I said, there's some space in between, and you could theoretically get from one to the other, but it's more just that they're in different neighborhoods or in different boroughs. So
okay. What Torgor does to get ready at the very least is he goes, he showers, he cleans up, he gets his things in order. Yes, TK. Yes. And then travels to the Undercity with a cart in tow and the outfit underneath what he's wearing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you've got the outfit that was sent to you by Judith to wear for your date, and you have that on underneath your regular clothes, and you're headed back to Rixmati. Okay.
Can I? I'd love to. Is there any way to make the cart have a seat in it, like a bench seat?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this like a cart that you already own, or
this is the cart that we used for our shenanigans earlier?
Remember this is the former janitor cart, and then the things that you've been trying. Okay, so this is just the shenanigan cart. Okay, you could have had somebody put a bench in there. Yeah,
like turn it into. I want to basically transform it into a modified paddy wagon,
like a rickshaw.
Like a rickshaw, yeah. Except
Okay, sure. Yeah, that sounds good. So do you, I guess the question then becomes, do you do that yourself, or do you get Gary to do it, or do you try to enlist the aid of, none of you have woodworking tools as a proficiency, do you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. A disguise kit is the closest. So
you want to disguise this cart as a nicer cart.
It's pretty shoddy workmanship, but it looks really solid.
I stuck this Mercedes-Benz logo on the side of my Honda Civic. It's a Benz now.
It's a Benz now. There's also a Jaguar on the roof. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say I'd probably grab. I ask anyone want to help me? I got a little cart engineering I need to know. Y'all. I'm gonna go ask Gary. Okay. And then so I check out, and I'll go ask Gary.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, Gary's like happy to help, right? He's like, oh yeah, let me just get the toolbox, and he goes and he gets this little red toolbox, and the two of you go out back of the host, and he tries to help you install a bench.
Gary, is that your bike? Man, you must be really handy with these tools. You got it tricked out. It's a double speed. Got so many gears. Did you do that yourself?
And he nods. He says, "Yep. I put the little streamers on the handlebars there, and those little things on the wheels. When the wheel goes around, they make a clicking sound. It's real fun."
Wow, bud, way to go! And are those pegs, Gary? Whoa!
Yeah, and he's quite proud of his bike, and the fact that you noticed it is nice for him. And
well, the Rakdos are also not only juggalos but intense BMX fanatics. So they,
there are a lot of pictures of members of the Rakdos circus that are riding unicycles, like big unicyclists.
Yeah.
A lot of slacklining, a lot of fire juggling, really just all the Burning Man activities.
Truly.
So you and Gary get to work. And I don't think there's any chance that you're gonna like. There's no reason to roll here, but because you have help and you have some time. So so the two of you spend this time installing the bench, and I think that Gary probably tries to make small talk with you while you're doing this, right? Because he's a curious guy and he kind of wants to get to know you better. So he probably asks you, and I don't think Gary isn't in on the conspiracy. Gary's just a patsy, so. He doesn't know. He just knows that you're a member of the Rakdos who really likes to hang out at the Host in the Shell, and you have some kind of like special permission, right? And I don't think he understands that, but he's too polite to ask about it. But yeah, he probably asks you like, what's new and how you doing? What's going on? Just asking for like gossip, basically. For
sure. Gary, it's been great. Just been really busy with work. Coming back here to see my friends at my favorite cafe, I'll be honest, I got a date tonight, and that's why I need your help. I got a bit of a thing planned and pretty excited about it. But yeah, you're really helping me out a lot with this. And if I could ask one last favor of you, could you give me a little to-go bag of treats and snacks to make the cart look nice?
And he seems very happy for you, right? Like he doesn't pry. He doesn't ask like who it's with or anything, but he's just like, oh, that's so exciting. Yeah, of course. I'd love to help. And the two of you finish installing the bench, and he goes and grabs you some pastries to bring with you.
And see, the thing, Gary, is I'm gonna give you some dating advice, because I worry about you, kid. And your last, we know how your time at the circus went.
Yeah.
When you're with someone that you want to impress, sometimes it's not the best idea to try and be them, but instead to be the best version of yourself.
He nods and he says to you, Torgor, there is somebody I've been trying to get their attention, and I just every time we talk, they just treats me like garbage, and I don't understand, because I'm trying real hard to be friendly, and I try to compliment him on his science stuff, but he just keeps saying mean things to me, and I don't know. Everybody else is so nice, Rode is just so smart and elegant, and nobody can eat cupcakes like Tack, but Winnegar, I just don't understand. I've been trying my best. And he like sniffles a little. And
my God.
I'm the bad guy.
Well, you gotta know. Oh, bud. I think that's what it is. Truly, it's Winnegar doesn't like people pleasers. And Gary, you're one of the best. You do you so well, but you're always trying to make others happy. So just be yourself.
So if Winnegar doesn't like it when I'm nice, I should stop being nice to Winnegar?
Yes.
And he nods and he's like, oh.
I'm not saying like pick a fight with him because you'd lose, but like, I don't know, just engage in active indifference. I don't know.
Yeah, and he nods. He's like, oh, I don't know. That sounds hard, but I could try.
That's all we can do, bud.
Yeah, and so he picks up this toolbox and he hands you the bag of pastries, and he says, "Okay, I'll see what I can do. Thanks for the advice, Torgor."
Mm-hmm. Of course, bud. And hey, wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it.
And he laughs. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna do great. See you later." And he turns and goes back into the host. So do you head for Rick's Muddy?
Yeah, I head to Judith's place with my new rickshaw in tow.
Okay, all right. So we follow Gary then as you head out of frame. We follow Gary. Gary takes the toolbox and he goes back over to one of the lifts and gets in and heads back up onto the house. He comes inside and goes back to the counter. Waves to a couple of customers, puts the toolbox back in the closet, and we follow him as he goes into the back hallway. And he comes to the door where the group of you are inside in the karaoke room, and he opens the door. And so Tack, Road, and Winnegar, you're inside ostensibly making plans for this meeting. And you see Gary, and he opens the door, and he's like, "Hey, Tack. Hey, Road. Nice face, Winnegar." And he closes the door.
What the crap was that?
And then
Who was that guy?
What did you do?
We see him walking away, like his shadow like receding into the other room.
What did you do to Gary?
Who's
Tack's just like, someone was mean to Winnegar. Nice.
What I don't know. Whatever.
Gary's the nicest man I know. What did you do to hurt him?
Cry.
I don't know. What? No, I didn't do anything to him. Today?
Flashback to Winnegar like cutting the bike chain on.
Yeah, right.
Gary's bike.
Super cut of every mean thing Winnegar has ever said to Gary. We just get a lot of like, "Shut up, Gary." Yeah.
Shut up, Gary.
Poor Gary.
Cry. Sorry.
So we're getting ready. We're getting ready to.
Yeah. What? So that this place, Tack, having been there before, it is full of places to hide. It's all shadowy, and he chose it because it's in an abandoned neighborhood, really close to Gruul territory. And so nobody really goes there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it'd be relatively easy. You've done it before. Relatively easy for somebody to eavesdrop, even though technically Ral invited only Winnegar to this super secret meeting.
I mean, but he didn't say only Winnegar.
Yeah, right.
You gotta explicitly say stuff. Otherwise, like, I'm not a mind reader.
That's true.
Okay. So Winnegar's a little nervous. Like he's just like, okay, so what? Okay, so what is this guy? This guy just wants to meet with me.
Yeah, he probably wants to smooch or something too. I don't know. Nerds are really weird about communicating their needs.
Okay. Road. What do you think I should do? What do you think the play is here?
Obviously, we have to kill him.
Or kiss him. I think
what?
the two options on the table. No, I'm kidding. I'm
I feel like neither of you are taking this serious. Road, put down that wine and just help me out right now.
Tack has eaten like 45 cupcakes. It's like 2 full bakery pans.
After Torgar left, Road started drinking. Is I think what happened.
Yeah, she did. Ship confirmed.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it's sort of deciding who we want Winnegar to be to Ral Zarek. I think we made a mistake telling Ral Zarek Winnegar's name, but now that we can't do anything about that, let's try to distance the Winnegar he meets from the Winnegar
I'll tell you what, next time that you're incarcerated with me, you can give me notes. It'll be great.
Let's get arrested together.
Oh my gosh! High five.
This conversation.
No, okay, cool. Yeah.
This conversation sounds passive, but feels aggressive.
We'd break out of jail so fast, is what I'm saying. It would be just like that.
It's like, so I don't know, man. I guess he just wants to like talk to you about like this bomb thing and Rourke and where is Rourke?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where is Rourke?
Didn't you guys bring him back here?
No, we took care of him.
What? Wait, hold on.
Oh, you can't go back to his house because the cops are looking for him.
Yeah, he definitely can't.
Is he in
get
one of
into
the
a
karaoke rooms?
No, like we took care of him.
Oh, is he dead? Why are you shrugging? You should know.
Put down the wine! For Christ's sake, Road! I swear to God, you have 2 glasses of wine in your hand, and all you're doing is shrugging.
I was pouring you a glass of wine. Do you want a glass?
Fine.
Tonight's gonna be hard.
I'll
Jack,
take one.
have
Fine.
the rest of the
That
bottle.
is.
A glass
What
for
is-
a glass for me, a glass for Winnegar, the rest of
What
the
is
bottle
this,
for
banana
Jack.
strawberry?
That's
Ugh.
okay. I'll wait for second wine.
Right. So Road just gets a glass of Chardonnay, pours a full Red Bull into it, and it's like, here you go. It's a winery drink. It's a Red Bull and white wine. What, you never had one of those? They're great. It's called the Energetic Mom.
It's called the 3rd PTA meeting this week.
It's called the daycare.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
It's called spring break.
Okay,
It's called
so
homeschooling my children now. Anyways.
None of us have kids.
yeah,
Thank God.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Road pours everyone a glass of wine, I guess.
Tack
It's like-
dips their cupcake in it and eats the cupcake.
Revolutionary.
okay, so
You're telling
Rourke
me.
gone. Rourke is no more.
Taken care of.
Okay, so he's dead.
Okay, I gotta process
Why-
this. Okay, I'm okay.
It's like just dunking the cupcake and eats another one.
I mean, I feel like we should have had a conversation about this, or at least, but I guess you did what you had to do, and I understand that. Was he causing you trouble? Did he hurt you?
I'll say Tack is looking at like anywhere else because they're hopped up on sugar to give Road a chance to like wink at Winnegar.
That would only confuse him more, and Road knows that. Road will wait for a chance to explain. Yeah, Road just sort of like shrugs it off and is like, okay, so you meeting Ral, what do you want that to look like? What would make you feel safe going into meeting Ral?
I feel like what would make me feel safe is if, I don't know, if I didn't have to do it. If you did it, why can't you do it?
Well, I do have a magic trick now. I've watched you do disguise self a few times, and now I'm pretty confident I can do it myself. So
Road with
Road,
no
it
hair.
is not that easy. It takes years of practice. You just can't learn it overnight.
I'm not
first of
gonna
all.
fucking waste a spell slot showing you right before a showdown. But
Honestly, he makes a really compelling point. I don't know a lot about magic, but I think this is just more proof that Winnegar should do it.
Well, hold your horses. I feel like Road, quick learner. You definitely, you've been showing a lot of promise.
I don't
and
get
I
it.
feel like
Do you trust Road or not?
I trust Road 120%. Road.
Okay, so Road can do it. Probably better than you since it's 120.
yes, I'm definitely the more charismatic of the two of us.
Road.
Here's
Somewhere, Torgor's like, I've been practicing my Winnegar impression lately. You probably don't need it right now. I'm pretty charismatic. It's fine.
here's my thing. I don't think the Winnegar he meets tonight should be our Winnegar.
That's what I'm thinking.
We have to create a new Winnegar. I'm talking a complete backstory. I'm talking I'm talking 3 costume changes. I'm talking a whole montage where you put on 3 eye patches and then we decide to tone it back to 1.
Okay. Can't
Can we get Gary to do it?
Doesn't he have like access to like background checks or something? Isn't he like a computer master?
Yeah, I mean, probably, which is why we got to get a Winnegar that's not in the system. Something. This is way beyond our pay grade. Can I just say that now? Yeah, I think that you can do it. Winnegar. I think that you're.
Wait, this is going back and forth. No, I don't want to do it. Road.
You want me to do it?
Oh
yeah,
my
I don't want to do
God.
it. I don't even want to meet this guy. It's going to be so messed up. Only bad things can come of this.
Which is why somebody who
Fair.
isn't you should do it.
Who do
Oh
we
my
know?
God.
Is that what you're
I'll
saying?
Go.
Who do we know?
We're not sending Gary. Jesus.
Why not?
I will go.
He's already dead in my mind.
Wow.
I'm joking. Guys,
I
didn't mean
frankly
that.
don't want to unpack that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. It's just when he closed the door, he was such a jerk. I mean, he's just on my mind right now. I just hate that guy. Oh,
Wow.
Okay,
for
I'm
some
sorry
reason,
I
I'm
said it
just
to you.
thinking about him.
Okay. Can you think about him later, maybe? Did you want?
Okay, whatever. We can. I can try.
Okay.
Time out. Chat, just so you know, negging does not work. Please don't do it. Time back in.
Sorry if I gave the impression.
Right,
that
Gary's
this is the proper-
Gary's in the bathroom right now, just crying to himself over how guilty he
PSA,
feels for being mean
negging
to
doesn't
Winnegar.
work.
It does not. Only on people who are Winnegar. Okay, if you ever had a Winnegar in your life, and you don't want to, that's it.
Only on fictional people that are Winnegar.
I'll go
I'm
and
in.
I'll say that I'm your representative or whatever. I'm not afraid of this if you are.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm okay being afraid. I'm afraid all the time.
Puss.
I am.
Okay, so to clear this up, we all agree that I should go to this alone. This is
Oh
what
no.
you two think would be the best case scenario.
Alone? Wait, why?
Yeah. Why
So
alone?
you two do want to come.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna come.
I was super invested in seeing Winnegar fall flat on his face, but this is next best thing.
That is not productive and you know it.
I just think you need
Is
backup.
there anything
So-
else to add?
Okay, so I'm going. You okay.
Uh-huh.
What is your ideal scenario, Winnegar? Walk me through it.
Ideally, we don't go. That is ideal.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
We
I
get some.
am so surprised that you're saying that because it doesn't seem very much like you to look information in the face and turn it down.
What information? He doesn't. He wants information from us. What information am I going to get from him?
We can find out what Rourke was building.
Plus, he's a total idiot.
Is he really
Yeah,
that
he's like
dumb?
a
He just
fucking-
seems so.
He's like dummy
He
thick.
let-
It's
he-
fine.
He let me out of jail. Would you let me out of jail?
No.
Definitely wouldn't let you out of jail.
Exactly. If he's dumber than you, then how great can he be?
That's true. How great can he be?
Super great.
He does
Fine.
have a boyfriend and you don't. That's the only.
Yeah.
There are lots
Yes.
of dumb people with boyfriends, and Tack like motions to like an empty spot on the couch.
Yeah, we all laugh at Torgor.
Yeah, everybody
we
has a
all-
good laugh at Torgor.
We all laugh.
You guys laugh while I'm not lonely.
Okay. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'm all hyped up. I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
So you're gonna do it. Thank
It's
God.
Yeah,
an
I'm gonna do
emotional
it.
roller coaster.
Oh my God, I did
Yeah,
not.
I'm gonna
wanna
do it,
that.
and,
Okay, great.
I'm just gonna power through and trick this guy. Trick him good.
Sorry.
Do you want me to like
This-
stand next to you with a briefcase as sort of like your
Oh, yeah,
Assistant.
handcuff a briefcase to yourself.
okay. All right. If that would make
What?
you feel more comfortable, I'll
It
I'll
does.
handcuff a briefcase to myself. right.
Okay.
I pull out a briefcase. I
Yeah, you
lift one of
just
the
have a
couch
briefcase.
cushions up
Sure.
and I pull out the briefcase and the pair of handcuffs because Road has both of those things.
What's
like
in the
we
brief-
all know that
I'm
Road
sorry.
owns
I
both
just spent
those things.
all my money on a cart, and you're just gonna magically appear a briefcase.
Yes.
First of
The
all,
reason why I know
it's
we still got it, all right, because I spent it.
The legally,
here's
it's the
thing.
legally blonde
briefcase.
Did I bring up that you used the cart when I actually ditched the cart when I got rid of that lawmaker's body? No, I didn't bring that up. I let you keep your cart. So maybe
I think it's fine for you to have both a cart and Gary would happily give you his cart. So you could have a cart, and I think having a free valise is probably acceptable. Yes. I think that's okay.
It's a nondescript briefcase.
That's right.
It's not
talked
legally
about
blonde.
This. Yeah.
It's a nondescript briefcase. What? And I also own a pair of handcuffs.
Why did you have those on you? Why are there little
now.
fluffy things on the ring, bro?
That's my business.
Just pink handcuffs. So weird.
They're part of the Azoria starter kit.
Wow.
Yep.
This is, there's a lot to unpack here. So are we gonna kill this guy? Are we gonna smooch this guy? What's going on?
We're not gonna
What's
kill this guy.
the end game?
We learn as much as we can, and then we make it out alive without him knowing our faces or our identities.
Oh, we're supposed to cover up our faces?
Yes. No, because he knows you, so it's fine.
Nice.
Fine, Tack.
Oh,
we're gonna not look like ourselves. Right?
Let's do that thing where like I stand there like super strong and intimidating, and you speak for me, and like you ask all the questions and answer them, and I just look at you like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good move, right? Because then it's like, you can talk to, like, if Ral comes here attending to meet you like as equals, and you're like, no, don't speak to me. Speak to my assistant. Right?
Yeah.
That is a power move.
Good sauce.
Agreed.
Good sauce.
And
I write that on the whiteboard. This is a good idea. I also write the briefcase.
Yeah.
All right, we've got two good ideas.
And then I cast message and I send it to Ro and say like, it is a good idea. I'm in your head now.
Terrifying.
I encode a thought so it looks like the little piece of paper, like the little magic piece of paper that says never do that again, and I hand it to him.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you just pass it to him and
Oh, that's awesome. How'd you learn to do that?
Yeah.
Wait, what? How did I
just
learn?
been. Fuck.
Because only Demir can encode thoughts. So
Yeah,
Tack's like, I've never seen you do that. That's so awesome.
Thanks. It's a party trick I learned when I was younger.
Is this something you get to do when you're Azorius? I wanna take the note. I wanna see.
It like turns into magic like dust.
Oh
in
my
your
gosh,
hand.
that's so cute. Tack loves it. Tack thinks this is great.
I'm gonna send a message to the road. That was stupid.
damn.
You guys just think intently at each other while Tack licks the magic Dorito dust off their fingers.
Tasty. Residuum.
Everything's fine.
Are we gonna go? Because we got like 20 minutes. Bleh.
Yeah, so Road and Tack, you're gonna go with Winnegar, but I assume Tack, you're gonna stay hidden the same way you were before when you were here, and then Road,
Yeah, I don't want to get got.
You're staying out in the open.
Yeah, I'm the assistant.
Okay, all right.
I prefer to not be murdered.
I cut the fuzzies off the handcuffs, so they're just.
Yes, yeah, I figured.
No, it sends a thematic message, guys. Come on.
Not the message I want to send to Ral Zarek. Maybe a hotter.
Honestly,
planeswalker,
he
but
seemed
not
pretty
Ral.
down.
Ral Zarek will not be the planeswalker I smooch. I have different ones on the mind.
I have a long queue. He's at the back.
Yeah, he's pretty low on the. I mean, he's hot, but he's low on this smooching list. I think for me as well. I agree.
I'm glad to hear.
Okay.
He's fine, but not the.
Let me look at him again. Do I like him? Oh, he does look like Benedict Cumberbatch.
So you're gonna head for the Carnarium basically now. Are you bringing anything special with you, or just the usual stuff you've got on you, just like your spell components and equipment? I assume there's no like.
Yeah, just the regular stuff we have.
Okay,
I think I Winnegar does.
Okay,
I'm trying to come up with a face that I want to have, and I keep thinking maybe you guys could help me with this. I keep thinking of looking glass from Watchmen,
Mhm.
like just something that's like non like you wouldn't be able to tell who I am, but I'm obviously like incognito.
Yeah, like Golgari mood marks kind of work on the same principles, right? Where you would like mark. They have a bit of like a kind of Rorschach vibe. So yeah, if you wanted to, let me look at. So disguise self is the spell in question, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have some like stronger magic or better version.
Nah.
Of it. But okay,
Disguise
so
self.
let's take a look at what it can do. So you can make yourself, it just says look different. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller and can appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type, so you have to have the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. Yeah, so if you want to just appear as a reflective blur instead of a face, you could do that. Yeah. Like it would be clear because you're not mimicking something else. It would be clear that that's what you're doing, right? Hiding your identity, but like maybe that's to be expected.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you have instead of a head, you have a shifting miasma of color and light. Awesome. Okay.
Love it.
You can control it from your phone. So you you head to the Carnarium, and we see the group of you walk out into the rain, and then Tack, I assume before you get nearby, you slip into the shadows. And
I would love to do that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, meanwhile, Torgor.
I will clarify.
Yes,
I am within knife throwing distance.
Which is how far?
I know this. I know.
I know the range of a knife.
I don't know. I think it's 60 feet.
It depends on if you want disadvantage or not. I think it's 30-60 for a thrown dagger.
Do not want disadvantage.
Yeah,
it is 30 feet.
So yeah, I think dagger is 30 feet for your close range. Let me just.
I have never hit with a thrown dagger, so
I'm
let's
afraid,
make it
I'm
as
afraid the
easy
range
as possible.
the range on a dagger is 20 feet.
Oh, I'm sorry, 20 feet then.
Yeah. I don't know if there's gonna be a position for you to be 20 feet away and still hidden. The Carnarium floor is pretty big.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Then I'll do disadvantage and just move.
Yeah, right. 60 is doable, but yeah, but not. Yeah, okay.
That's fine. I'll cunning action dash and.
Yeah, right. Like you'll have the opportunity to get in closer. Hopefully.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
That's
all
fine.
right.
60 feet then.
Sounds good. So so the group of you head off that way. Tax splitting off before you arrive to disappear into the shadows. As I mentioned before, you're heading north from your usual position, right? You're heading north from the Host in the Shell, which means you are traveling towards the rubble belt. And the further you go along Tin Street, the more gruel graffiti you see sort of scattered around. So you see more and more like signs of the various clans. There's vandalism, broken windows, buildings that have been partially collapsed the closer you get to the edge. And right at the edge of all of this rubble, just on this side, closer to you, there is the Carnarium. And it's one of a few that was built originally for some other purpose, right? It was built to be like an auditorium or like an amphitheater, but then was claimed by the Rakdos and then as a result ruined with all the blood and the ghosts and what have you. So nobody's done anything to it yet, but it's probably going to end up being demolished by Domri and his goons before it gets used for anything else. So it's right on the edge of this encroaching. Basically, the rubble belt grows as the Gruul destroy more territory adjacent to it, and people have been busy with other things, and so they've been allowed to kind of advance. Even since last time you were here, Tack, it's clear that the Gruul clans are spreading their influence down south from where they are. So, yeah, so you arrive, Road and Winnegar. You see this stone edifice. The rain is still pouring down on you, and you head into the entrance. Meanwhile,
I'm also disguising myself.
Are you? Yeah, you're gonna cast. Everybody casts disguise self. So what do you want to look like, Road? What is your disguise?
I imagine the two people I hate the most in the Azorius office, and then I think of what they'd look like if they have a child, and then I look like that.
Perfect. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And neither of you are wearing or you're disguised so that it doesn't look like you have any particular guild affiliation, right? Like you're not
Yes.
like because Winnegar especially looks like like a member of the Is It League most of the time. So you're disguised as just sort of generic, like
take all those gears off when I go.
Right.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So while all this is happening, Torgor, you arrive in Rixmadi, and you return to its sweltering cavernous heat, having left the streets behind. And it seems like there's a sense of like excitement around. People are gathered. You can see various people gathered in little clusters, gossiping, and everybody seems to be like fired up about something. They're all talking about something as you come in. And I don't think anybody really notices you because they're all everybody has gotten some piece of news that has them all fired up. What do you want to do?
Want to make my way towards Judith's home,
Mm-hmm.
carrying the cart, but listening in to try and see what's going on, or like at least get snippets of what's happening.
Okay.
Is that would that be a modified like perception check? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're not like actively eavesdropping on anything secret. So I think you just overhear. Everybody's talking about Hekara. Apparently, she turned up dead. So Hekara is I think technically the term is that she's a razor witch. And she's one of the servants of Rakdos. The razor witches and the blood witches are the two kind of like they're two big parts of the org. And Hekara was like an emissary. She was one of the voices of Rakdos, and apparently she turned up dead. They found her corpse in an alley last night. And so everybody's talking about like who's going to take her place as emissary of Rakdos. There's all this kind of whispering about that stuff, right? Like, so it seems like both people are worried because they're like, oh, one of our enemies got to somebody important, right? Rakdos is going to be pissed. But there's also a lot of whispering about like, oh, who's going to be the next one? Who's going to be the emissary? And there's all this kind of whispering about that. Yeah.
Thank you for this gift, Adam. It lays directly with my plan. I love this. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it occurs to you probably that, Hekara, there are a couple of people that are in the running, Judith being one of them, Ixava being another. Ixava's another powerful blood witch. So there's all this sort of talk about like who's going to replace her, but also this worry about like, you know, we lost a razor witch. Who could have done this, right? We have an enemy. Lots of people are planning violence, right? They're like, we got to go find him. It must have been, you know, this. And so there's all this energy basically waiting for Rakdos or some standing officer of Rakdos's to open the gates and be like, go forth, destroy, right? Go forth and choose our enemies. But Rakdos hasn't pointed to a foe yet. And so you overhear all of this kind of going on. And, if you want to, you can just head to Judith's apartment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, you head over there, and I think that now you haven't been to this apartment. She has several in Rixmadi for various purposes, and when you arrive, there are two somewhere between door guards and footmen. They're dressed as Judith likes to dress her servants, which is to say scantily. They both have similar outfits to the one you were given, though less fancy and more intimidating. So I think they're both wearing like leather masks, and they have spiked collars, and they're holding like halberds, big spiked halberds, and they're standing outside the door with their halberds like crossed over the door. But when you arrive, despite being unable to see, somehow they recognize you, and they like lift the halberds without saying anything. And one of them reaches for the door and pushes it open.
Guard the cart, boys. I'll be right back.
They don't say anything, but you can tell they heard you. So you head inside. The inside. Okay, so imagine like American Psycho, like the apartment that Patrick Bateman has, except Patrick Bateman is like a hot older lady. So everything in here is black. There are occasional, like she's got a marble countertop, and the veins in the marble are like blood red. So everything is shiny and black, and very expensive and fancy looking. You come in, and to your left there's a kind of a gnarly like statue, like a sculpture made out of black marble and barbed wire. and it appears to be a headless, armless, legless torso writhing in pain, and the barbed wire kind of like goes through it. And so there's a bunch more of this kind of like Cenobite art around as you walk into the room. And from the other room, you hear Judith's voice. She says, Torgor, right on time. Get us a couple of drinks, would you?
Absolutely, mistress. Would you care to join me out here for them?
She says, I'll join you in a moment.
I get the drinks ready.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you walk into, so she's got this sort of main room with a big, long, black leather couch. There's a window that you can see out into Rixmati. She's got a great view of the lava pits. And so you come in and you see she's got a sidebar with a bunch of glass bottles sitting on it, and then underneath a various like drink making things. What kind of beverage do you make for Judith?
I go over to the drink cart and I see what's there, and I think I like make I use like a blood orange and like combine it with like some vodka that she has lying around, and a little bit of like I would say like sparkling water to like kind of even it out. Yeah.
Like a fancy screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. A bloody screwdriver, I guess.
A bloody screwdriver, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you mix the drinks. I'm gonna get you to make a roll. I'm gonna see how good is Torgor's drink making abilities.
I don't think he's proficient in it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, it would be alchemist tools, I think. So it's just gonna be, let me take a look. I think,
is that a sleight of hand?
Well, sleight of hand would be like slipping something into the drink. Do you want to poison her or?
No.
Yeah. So I think in this case it's either just a dexterity check or an intelligence check because you don't have alchemist tools. So
yeah. Both are 0. Let's go with let's go with dexterity. Why not?
Hey, it's so good.
It's a 19.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So you are very confident that you have mixed 2 very delicious drinks. What kind of glasses are they in?
I would say
champagne flute, martini glass.
No, they're like in clear glasses that are made of like a dark black crystal, so you can like see the liquid, but it's like
goblets.
Yeah, goblets. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you finish the drinks and you turn, and we see in the doorway into her like dressing room, we see Judith, and she has her like ceremonial kind of. She basically, I'm gonna say these 2 words next to each other, and I will let your imagination take it from there. Latex nun, I think is the vibe she's going for. So she's covered from neck to ankle in a dress made out of some shiny material that seems to have been vacuum sealed to her body. And then she has her habit, which covers everything except her face. It's also made out of that same material. And so it's covering her hair and the side and back of her head. And then it has her like long kind of horns coming off of it. And then on her shoulders, she has a silk like half cape that is pinned at the collarbones with 2 tiny cow skull pins. And so she comes into the room and she sees the drinks. Do you have like a visible reaction to her, or do you play it cool?
Try to play it cool from the way I like view her, but I think I respond like, "Mistress, you look ravishing as always."
And she smiles and looks at you. And have you? I guess you're still wearing your clothes over the outfit she gave you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She looks at you and she pouts slightly and says, "I wish I could say the same."
I know this might be disappointing in some ways, but I would like to make you an offer this evening. And I like gesture to the couch and like I hand her a drink.
Yeah, so that's interesting. She did not expect this, right? She expected you to come here and treat her like the mom queen that she is, but now you're like, actually, let's have a conversation about this. Okay. So she quirks an eyebrow and she says, interesting. Not what I expected.
Well, Judith, I imagine my mistress being in charge of so many, doing so much, constantly making every single decision. And now, with the recent opportunity in this moment of misfortune that's arisen for you, I can imagine there's a lot of decisions and choices that you have to be in charge of. So for this evening, I want to offer you the opportunity of making no choice, of trusting me and letting me take you on a journey where hopefully you find something of use at the end. And as a little tease, I pulled the shirt aside to see the latex, like.
All right. Okay.
Rhodes' other pink handcuff.
I'm like so happy my mic is muted because I'm screaming.
Okay. So let's talk about this mechanically. Yeah. What do you want here? If you succeed, because there's going to be a persuade roll, but if you succeed, what do you get?
I'd want her to just get in the rickshaw and let me take her for a walk about the city. Mm-hmm. Are you asking me, like, do you want me to pull the curtain back for my full plan?
Well, yeah, I mean, I want to know what she's agreeing to, right? So you're saying to her, like, let me, God, it's just like, you're just fucking Aladining her. You're like, yeah, let me show you the world. Like, we're about to go on a magic carpet.
You got a lot of stuff you got to deal with. Let me just, don't worry about it. And let me, at the end, ideally, my plan is to get her to see Ral in a Rakdos Carnarium talking about something that's bigger and have her draw the dots as to why Hekara was killed between those two. Because this is the thing, Adam.
Interesting. Right. Hence the asking me how far apart they were and what have you. Right. I see you plotting. Okay.
I might be a bad Dimir agent now.
Right.
Really a bad Dimir agent.
Yeah. Okay. So you see an opportunity to turn the Rakdos and the Izzet against one another by giving her an opportunity to believe that Ral and the Izzet were responsible for Hekara's death. Mm-hmm. And to do that, you want to convince her to come with you on a little ride around town, which is maybe not what she expected. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's a chance. Let's have you make a roll.
I hate describing what I want to happen before a roll because now there's so much pressure.
Yeah, it's like there's basically two ways of doing it, right? Where you just say you roll and then we figure out what happens after. But I often find that, like in this case, like I need to kind of know what's at stake before you roll. Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's persuasion. Let's leave it.
It is persuasion. Right? It's unorthodox, but these are strange times. So yeah, maybe. Let's say DC. Let's call it DC 13.
All right. Let's see how it goes.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay. So she scowls at you, and it's not like she's not angry, but she's just kind of like, I don't think you understand how things work around here. I'm in charge, Torgor. I say what we do or what we don't do. And she turns and she looks behind you, and coming out of another room, you see another one of her like guards. And she stares at you and she says, you don't like the outfit I sent you? Or maybe you're shy. And she looks at the guard and she snaps her fingers, and the guard grabs your shoulders and starts like tearing your clothes off. Oh! Yeah, just like grabs your. And so what do you do? Do you resist, or do you just like let this happen?
I let it happen. At this point,
okay. Yeah. So I think that's what we see, right? Is you like he. And it's not like he's like doing it violently. He's just undressing you quickly, right? So he pulls your shirt open and buttons fly across the room. And we see her smile and take a sip of the drink. And she leaves her, she has black lipstick on the edge of the glass. And she looks at you And now she has this look of approval, like, this is better. You made me a nice drink, and now I'm getting what I want, right? You're being put in your place. Yeah, and I think the shot of her taking the drink and looking at you and smiling, I think that's where we fade out to break. And you may have another chance later in the date to go on this walk, but it'll be at the end of the meeting rather than at the beginning. So when we come back, we will begin the secret meeting between Ral, Winnegar, and Road and see how all that goes. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.